Hey guys, what's up? Claude just launched /design in Claude Code, and a lot of people are just posting about it without really telling us what it actually means. So I wanted to create a video to demonstrate what it actually means, whether it's useful, whether you should be actually hopping on it, because I think it's pretty exciting, and I think this move is really valuable in Claude's journey. So the first thing is this does not work in the CLI. This does not work in the terminal. This actually just works in Claude Code. So when you're here, you can go to code, you can go to home, and this is where it basically works. Now, what happens is, like for example, a lot of people know that I have a tool, like for example, like Morket, that allows me to rank on, let's say, Google, rank on ChatGPT, rank on all of these AI tools. It basically helps me launch my application and get a lot of traction on it. So I have a page here called AI visibility, which tells me where am I ranking or where is my product ranking on a bunch of these things. Obviously, my product is new, so it's telling me, hey, it's actually being cited here. It's giving me some recommendations about it, but it still does not encapsulate the feelings that this page should encapsulate directly in it. Now, a lot of people are now directly designing their applications and websites in Claude, in ChatGPT, directly in code. So it gets a bit hard, especially if I was to redesign this page in Figma directly. It would take, I don't know how many hours. But if I was to vibe code it, it would take just a couple of minutes. But when I'm vibe coding it, I just want to explore certain ideas. Now I can give it to ChatGPT and get some images out of it, but I actually wanted to use the components that I have in my repository and then flesh out some different variations for this. And I've done that already. So I'm going to show you how this actually works. So when you're in, let's say, the Morket project, or you can open a new project as well. Like for example, if I go open a new project, I can decide which project do I actually want to work in. I already am working on Morket and I already gave it certain things. So I'm going to show how that works. When you ask it to design something, and you can ask it to design something just by pressing the /design and say it anything. For example, this AI visibility page. I asked it to redesign this AI visibility page to with some variations. So for example, it actually gave me this. Now, as you can see, and let me just close everything here and make it a bit more collapsed so you can see how this looks. This looks very similar to Figma, right? So I have my canvas here. This is based on where we were right now initially. And then we have some other pages. This is another direction it gave me. I really like this because it tells me, okay, AI visibility, in AI, you're basically, again, half of the answers are coming to you. You're basically ranking like this on some of these engines. These are where some of the competitors are actually ranking and something that you actually have to do. And then obviously the questions that you have to rank for. I really like this page. And then there's another variation like this that it gave me. I think this is really nice as well. But I actually like this one. Now, this is what it gave me, and I can just say, hey, I like direction A, just go ahead and implement it, and it is going to implement it. But I can make some changes here as well. Like I can click on this, and I can go to edit, and I can see all of the different types of properties. Like for example, I can go here. I think the font size here should be 12 pixels. So I can just go ahead and I can resize it just by pressing here. I can press shift, and it can actually help me resize it just by moving it left and right. So I think the resizing is really nice that I can do it so easily. I don't like this large circle, right? And I also don't like how Claude is actually at the bottom. ChatGPT and Claude should be at the top. So I can just click on it and I can basically just move Claude directly to the top. I can click on this, I can move Claude and ChatGPT directly to the top because I feel like those are the most important tools that people should be ranking on right now. Very similarly, I like this UI, but I don't like the circle. Maybe we need some other representation of it. So what I can do here, obviously I have to redesign it. Instead of manually redesigning it in Figma, I can go to the comment. Now this is a comment, and I can add any comment and ask Claude to do something for me. And the problem here is that if I go add a comment outside, it allows me to add the comment here, and I can add a comment for other people to view as well. And I can set a comment to Claude as well to make some updates. But when you actually come here, it doesn't allow you to add a comment. I think this is just a bug that they currently have in the application, which they're going to fix. But a workaround to that is you right click it, and when you right click it here, then you can add a comment. So I'm going to add a comment. Give me 5 variations of this visual. I don't like how this circle looks. Maybe we can have one circle that's half in size or something along those lines, and I'm going to send that to Claude. So when I send that to Claude, you can actually see that all of the comments appear here, and Claude already is starting work on it. So Claude's going to go ahead and start work on it, and it's going to give me some ideas as to how to go ahead and actually improve it. Separately, I want to make some other changes as well. I don't actually, let me just disable the comments here. I don't like how this particular thing is actually taking too much space. I also want multiple variations of this as well. And this is where tweaks come in. Now I can obviously ask it to go ahead and actually create 4 variations just for this, or I can say, I can go open the comments again, right click and then click on it. Can you give me 5 tweaks to represent this information differently? And I'm going to send that to Claude as well. So Claude is going to be working on all of these things. If you go into the comments, you can see how it is working on something. So as you can see, I'll put together 5 variations. It's doing that. And then it's also, Claude is starting work on this one. So we can come back when it's actually done and see what it has actually given us. In the meantime, I can actually share some of the other features that exist in this particular tool. So if let me just disable comments. If I go, I can share this artifact as well. So I can copy the link and I can share it to anyone, and anyone would be able to see it. Like this artifact offers file download, so it can't be shared because obviously there's a bit too much in this file. But there are other, if it was obviously public, you would be able to share it if it did not have the file download artifacts. And then I can also decide which version is actually being shared. Some other things that I can do is I can actually open it directly in the browser as well, which is pretty interesting. So if I click on open in browser, you can see I don't have all of that like chat and stuff along those lines. I can directly have a look at it here. If I'm obviously logged into my account, I can go ahead and start editing it. I can decide, okay, I don't really like how this actual border looks. Maybe the active border should be a different color. Maybe the chips should actually be a different color instead of this gray color. So I can do, and I can control all of those things directly by coming here. Some other things that you can do is you can actually add multiple pages as well in the canvas. And if you go, actually, let me just close this extension that I've made. If you go here, you can even see the version history and all of the updates. So it's basically a mini Figma that works based on your code base, and you can just work on it. And since Claude launched it, I'm pretty sure they're going to start maintaining it, start building it. Now, obviously, I can draw a frame here. I can start typing certain things. I can work very similar to how I work in Figma. So it automatically refreshed. It refreshed for some reason, and it gave me these variations to showcase how we can have this particular visual look like. So if I like one, I can just say, hey, I like this variation. I can give it to Claude, and it can go ahead and actually implement it. Okay, so now that it's done with the changes, I mean, you will be surprised as to what you can do now, because I went ahead and I asked it to actually give me some options. You can actually go to the tweaks at the top, and it's going to give you a bunch of options for a bunch of these things. Like, for example, ring. Do I actually like this ring? Do I want to tweak something here? Maybe I want to use a fraction. Maybe I want to use may have it inline here. Maybe I want to have this hidden. Maybe I want to actually have a list here, like for example on the right, or maybe have them as dots, maybe have them as bars. So we have all of these options here that I can go ahead and actually tweak as well. I can decide which one I actually like and whether this one makes sense. I actually think the ring actually makes sense to me. I like it. Maybe the dots here make sense. Actually, the bars are fine as well. But coming to this one, because I think I asked it to update this one as well, so it did make that mistake as well. So I'm going to save the defaults as well, and I'm going to ask it, like right in front of you. I'm going to go add a comment. I asked you to give me some variations and tweaking options for this section 2 because it looks too crowded. Where are those? And let's see what it actually responds. So I'm going to send that to Claude. I'm going to wait for its response here. And obviously I can open the comments and see what it actually gave me. So it mentioned that it only did it for the section above and actually skipped this one. For this block, I'll work on a few options along these lines, increasing vertical spacing and letting the items breathe, dropping the 2 columns so nothing gets squeezed. Okay, so it is done with it, and as you can see, we have the lists here, and I want to also highlight, like, this is not a sponsored video, right? So I want to be really honest as to what it did. I was asking it to update this, but it went ahead and updated this bottom portion for whatever reason. If I make it compact, comfortable, roomy, it's going ahead and actually updating that, so it's not reading my comments correctly. It's nice that these tweaks exist. So much better would be, I like how these words, I actually just wanted to update this. So what I'm going to do instead is, I am just going to go ahead, give it this particular screenshot. I wanted you to give me tweaks for this thing because the bars, actually, why am I speaking? I have whisper. I want you to go ahead and actually tweak these because the bars are extremely long. This section is actually occupying too much space. It's not utilizing its space correctly and optimizing for all of the empty space and redundancies. So we need to prepare 5 different variations for this and give those to me as tweaks. You can keep the other tweaks that we currently have as well because I want to play around with them. So I'm going to give it that, and then I'm going to come back when it's actually done with this as well. Okay, so it's finally done with that, and now you can see it actually went ahead and updated this, and this looks much more balanced. And I also have some other variations that I can actually try. So we have columns, we have chips, we have dots. I like the dots. We have this ranked, that's fine too. We have this stacked. So we can actually play around with, I actually don't like the slack, but we can obviously go ahead and work on it as well. We also have top 3, whether it should actually show all or top 3. I don't think that's working. So that's basically what it is. That's how you can actually go ahead and do that. And I think it is amazing. I think this is the future where we actually have that ability to iterate on versions really quickly based on the code base that's there, and also have creative control to directly modify the code, to directly modify the editing settings, to directly have tweaks that you can play around and you can play with. So I'm really excited about this. I would love to know what you think about it. And that's pretty much it. Do subscribe, and I'll see you later. Take care. Bye.